Alright, let's look at the practice exam 3, problem number 8. Right? So we want to evaluate this definite integral using the definition. Right? So let's do that. Alright, first we need to find delta x, which is b minus a over n. Right? And here, this is, so a is 0. And b is 1, so this is going to be 1 minus 0 over n, which is 1 over n. Right? So that's delta x. Alright, so let's look at xi. Xi is a plus delta x times I. Right? So in this case, a is 0, and delta x is 1 over n, then multiply by I. So it's I over n. Alright? Then we're going to use that to evaluate this integral. Alright? So this is going to be following the definition. So we have a limit as n approaches infinity. Then we have a summation. I goes from 1 to n, right? And the next one is f of xi. So you can see that this is the function f, right? Then we just have to plug in xi, which is I over n for x, right? So you're going to get 3 minus and 2 times I over n. Right? Then dx become delta x. Delta x is 1 over n. So multiply by 1 over n. Alright? Then what we're going to do is I'm going to distribute 1 over n to the first term. Right? Which is 3 over n. Right? So we get limit as n approaches infinity. So I'm going to split the summation into smaller summation. So summation 1, I goes from 1 to n. Right? So first one is 3 over n, which has nothing to do with I. So 3 over n is just a constant. So since we pull the whole thing out, so 1 is left over. Right? And then if you distribute the 1 over n to the second term, then we will have, let's see, so negative, right? 2 is a constant, put that there. And you have n squared on the bottom, so n squared. Then you have I, so I have to stay there, so I has to be inside the summation. Right? So we have that, then I'll just put the parentheses. Right? Then we know that we have a formula for these summations. So you have a limit as n approaches infinity. Right? So you have a 3 over n, you just number in front. Summation of 1 is n, so it's multiplied by n, minus 2 over n squared times. Summation of I is n times n plus 1 over 2. Right? Then we can simplify quite a bit. So you have n on top and n on the bottom, and 2 on top, 2 on the bottom, and n on top, n on the bottom. Right? We have that. Then we can just simplify from there. So you have a limit as n approaches infinity. Right? Then you're going to have 3 there. Right? Then you have, let's see, what's left? So you have n plus 1 over n. So it's going to be minus, right? So n divided by n is 1, right? 1 divided by n is, I'm going to write it as 1 over n. All right, then we can take the limit. So as n approaches infinity, this guy approaches 0, right? So what you get is really 3 minus 1. So that's 2. right? So 2 is the value of this definite integral, right? That's it. I hope that this was clear.